works when you do that. But then again, like, I'm also in this situation where my knowledge about electronics and tinkering with this kind of stuff is more broad because of that, and I can't talk shop as easily with people that know their guitar circuits. You know what I mean? Um, but I'm learning. I'm figuring some stuff out, and that's kind of where I started. Arduino, Raspberry Pi, general purpose input output stuff like that. It's a world. I think anything that would inspire somebody to keep going is what you want.
Definitely.
Totally.
So, is there anything you guys want to create that you feel doesn't exist or isn't explored enough? Is there anything like that you would want to see manufactured that isn't? Is there anything that it's like is the market fulfilling most of the demand for things, or is there still a place for like little like custom one-off things like electronics and stuff?
Well, the market's definitely saturated.
You start.
Yeah.
No, the market's saturated right now, and the thing is that a lot of the pedals that are out there are the same exact circuit with minor little tweaks, and everybody's just, because there's nothing proprietary about these circuits. They're as simple as it gets. They're very, very basic, and so you can't really patent anything. So as soon as it gets out there, everyone's gonna copy it if they can, which is why, like, the guy who was doing the clones buried everything in epoxy resin so that it would, there would be a little longer to take before they figured it out and started copying, because he knew what was going to happen. Yeah, I think there's always room for another niche. I think right now it seems like what people or the companies seem to be doing effectively is putting more than one pedal kind of under one hood. Two pedals that complement each other well, and everything is shrunk down enough nowadays where they can squeeze it into one housing. And I think there's going to be a whole heck of a lot more of that in the future. As far as something personal, though, I have a couple ideas, but I'm going to keep those to myself for now. But yeah, it's tough to keep up with these guys who just do pedals all the time. I mean, like you were talking about Josh JHS. Yeah. I mean, that guy's on fire. The guy's on fire, and he's not afraid to promote other companies and other pedals. And he makes a good product, and it's people like that, I think, that really like make me feel good about some of the companies that are out there right now. Like, I appreciate that guy so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I loved watching his show, and that's the one thing I like. After I watched it for a while, I realized, like, he when he's got a new product out, he'll plug it and that kind of thing. But when you watch his pedal show on YouTube, like, he's never talking about his own pedals. He geeks out so hard about guitar pedals, and he's just like, he's got like the biggest collection in the world, and he's just like, check this out, these guys are awesome. I've got my pedal company, but Electro Harmonics, they've got some cool stuff. Or this guy over here, and he's always plugging everybody else, and he's just like, he treats it like it's not a competition, when as far as business is concerned, like, it is, right? But he's just happy. He's so happy to nerd out as hard as he can about guitar pedals.
Well, that's the thing, is I think with a lot of, when it comes to technology, that they found that even though you're competing, different companies are competing, you kind of want, when somebody comes up with something new, they actually create new spaces for everyone else to move into. So it's kind of a friendly rivalry. But if somebody does something cool, it's like, oh, they've just created a new market. And you can get in there too. So I think that is ideal for me to have as an industry, is where everybody's just stoked and doing their thing, and everyone's just kind of getting inspired from each other, and just like, hey, let's do some things, and just seeing where it goes.
Yeah, but it is super rare to have somebody who owns a pedal company, runs a company,
Yeah.
speak constantly telling people to buy pedals from other companies.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you don't,
that is a little.
you just don't see that. And I think though, for in a certain way, it endears people to him and probably makes him kind